Yo, what is going on, everybody? So welcome back to a brand new video on the Philly Sports Podcast YouTube channel. So in today's video, I'll be talking about the Philadelphia 76ers re-signing Danny Green to a 2-year, $20 million deal. So let's talk about it. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button to help me rank on YouTube and for the algorithm to help push out my new videos. Also hit the subscribe button with the notification bell on so you guys can be instantly notified when I upload a new video or multiple videos. If anyone is interested in getting Philly Sports Podcast merch, my Teespring store will be linked down below in the description. Also, you can follow my podcast series, Sports Talk Podcast, every Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will leave a link to the playlist down below. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at Philly Podcast YT and Instagram at Philly Sports 97 for more additional content or updates to the channel. So, with that being said, let's hop right into it. So, about an hour ago, at the time of this recording, Harrison Sanford, who was the co-host of the Inside the Greenhouse podcast, reported that unrestricted free agent Danny Green has agreed to return to the Philadelphia 76ers on a 2-year, $20 million deal, which obviously that will average to about $10 million for 2 seasons, but. He also says, and I quote, Green also shot 40% from 3 this season on 6.3 attempts. Danny Green had 1.3 steals per game, which is tied his career best, and 0.8 blocks per game after playing 69 of 72 regular season games. So obviously, 3 of those games I think he kind of missed with injury a little bit. Yeah, so he also said, for further clarification on year 2, the Sixers can opt out of year 2 on July 1st, 2022. But there is no partial guarantee that he's going to be waived. So I highly recommend you guys, actually follow. If you have Twitter, I highly recommend you follow Harrison Sanford for anything that has to do with Danny Green. But my thoughts on this is that I think the Sixers did a good thing right here, bringing back Danny Green, because think about it this way: he led the NBA in most corner threes this past season. So the fact that they re-signed him for almost $10 million for 2 seasons, or technically it's a $20 million deal, but with an average value of $10 million per season. So there's 2 seasons. But like he said, the Sixers can't opt out of year 2 on July 1st, 2022. So I think the Sixers really, I think they did a really good job of, try to keep Danny Green here in a Sixers uniform for the next 2 years. Because I kind of feel like he kind of just really provided that spark. If you need a 3-pointer from the corner, like Danny Green is your guy. But in the way that I see things, like early in the season with Danny Green, I was kind of very critical of him because of a very slow start. Same with Seth. Well, Seth Curry, I wasn't really too much critical about, but Danny Green, I was the most critical of because of a somewhat lack of production. Almost like a small cold stretch. But because until he started getting onto a very hot stretch to maybe almost a third of the way through the season, up till almost towards the end of the regular season. He came in clutch with some threes, when you really needed to count for. But yeah, for the Philadelphia 76ers, Daryl Morey, you guys did a good job, retaining Danny Green. So obviously, I think there's going to be more. What do you guys think of Danny Green re-signing with the Philadelphia 76ers? Let me know in the comments down below. But with that being said, this is Robert from the Philly Sports Podcast. I'll see you guys in the next video.